Did you ever think about bringing an investor into your ATM business? Stay to the end of this video and we'll tell you if it's a good idea and how to do it. Hi, this is Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises and ATM Mastermind Group page. And did you know I help hundreds of aspiring ATM owners go from 0 ATMs to ATM Business Pro in as little as 30 days? Always remember, here at PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind Group page, we buy your freedom back one transaction at a time. So with further ado, here we go. How and if I should bring an investor into my ATM business so I can make it more profitable and expand faster. Number one point is, should I bring an investor into my ATM business? Well, personally, I'm not a big fan of this, to be honest with you guys. I like to just grow my ATM business slow and steady, and I'm not a big fan of sharing revenue with another person. In my experience, I've done it, and the reason I'm telling you guys not necessarily to do it is because it didn't necessarily work out for me. There was always a challenge in every deal that I did. So I don't believe that you guys should do it, but if you want to do it, that's okay. But for me, number one point is don't do it. It makes better sense. Point number two, if I'm going to do it and I'm going to try this, one of the best ways I've seen is, you know what? Just get the cash from the investor. Let's say you need, a lot of times in the ATM business, what you want to do is you want to expand. You're like, I got 2 ATMs, I got 5 ATMs, I want to get to the next level, but I can only grow so fast. And that's true in the ATM business. So you say, hey, if I could leverage, I got a friend, I got a grandmother, I got a buddy who wants to do and get in the ATM business just a little, and they said they'll help me out. They want to invest in my company. So what do I suggest? I suggest if you're going to do that, just have them invest in the cash. So that means you need, let's say, $3,000 a stop. Every stop, they give you $3,000. You pay them a commission in the form of a percentage of that money, not a percentage of what your stop's doing. Keep them out of that deal. Just give them a percentage. You borrow $3,000 for, let's make it $10,000 for simple math, $10,000, pay them 6%, 8% of the money. And you know what? At the end of the year, you give them $800. If you want to divide it up by 12 payments, then you can do that. That'll help you scale it and make it easy. They know what they're getting, you know what you're getting. And if the deal don't work out, then you just wash your hands and say, here's your money back, and you go on your merry way. So that's an easy way to do that and make it affordable for you, make it easy for them, and a clean, cut, concise way. Don't forget to paper it up. As I always say, I always like location agreements. Make sure you get an agreement that says that, but that's an easier way that you can do something like that. So if you're thinking about starting a profitable ATM business but don't know how, stay to the end of the video. I will share with you a checklist on how to start the right way, even if you have 0 experience. In this checklist, I will share with you 5 things you need to start your ATM business so you can start the ATM business the right way and avoid costly mistakes along the way. You'll have a clear roadmap towards ATM business success so you can earn $250 to $1,500 of passive income every single month. Point number 3, they can always buy the hardware. So let's call them an ATM investor. That's what they want to do. They can buy the ATM. How would that look? Let's say an ATM costs you $2,500. Every time you said, I got a new spot, they buy the ATM. You get whatever the cost of the ATM is. Let's use it $2,500. They give you $2,500. They own the ATM, but it's your cash in the ATM. It's your contract with the location. They own the ATM. So at the end of the day, you tell them, you know what? The agreement's over a given amount of time. I'm buying you out of that deal. You give them either the money back or depreciated value of that ATM, but at least it makes a separation. One of the things you don't want to do is really share revenue, but you could. But this is an easy way to break it down. Point number 4, the bank investor. So you can always go to your bank, leverage some of the assets that you have to go against what you're trying to do in the ATM business. Let's say you have a house. You can go get a second mortgage on the house, and then you have money that you can now utilize to go and build your ATM business. Keep in mind, the bank's probably lending money somewhere between 3 and 5%, depending on your credit rating. And now you'll have thousands of dollars if you own a house. If you have a car, same kind of thing. Go to see, is there any equity in the car? Will the bank leverage some of that money? And you can now take some of that money and put it towards the ATM business if you have those hard assets. Point number 5, the credit card. I don't believe in cash advances because the rates are through the roof, but what you can do is you can buy the ATM on a credit card and then take that money and you pay every month, pay down the ATM for the credit card. You should theoretically make more money in the location than the credit card bills, And that way you might only have to spend, let's say you bought an ATM for, let's say $3,000, maybe every month you're paying $200 for the ATM, or you're paying $100 for the ATM, depending on the interest of your credit card. This allows you to scale the business a little bit better. And instead of really taking an investor on, now the credit card company theoretically becomes your investor. Just like in the last example, the bank becomes your investor. So these are all ways, if you decide to take an investor on, which I'm not 100% for, truth be told, I'd rather you grow the business slow and steady at your own pace, and then would take it as a little side hustle to add a little bit more money into your family so you have more money to do things that you want to do down the road. And don't worry about growing it too fast, because it's just a little side hustle that becomes full-time money in a short amount of time. So if you're interested in starting your own ATM business, I want to invite you to my free ATM checklist entitled ATM Business Passive Income Checklist. Top 5 things you need to start a profitable ATM business, where I'll share with you 5 things you need to start your profitable ATM business, start earning passive income, make more money, and spend more time with your family. Click the link below to start your ATM journey today. Remember, this is Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises, where we buy your freedom back one transaction at a time. Thank you guys very much.